Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and beautiful little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious. And that life is treating you most deliciously. So 3, 2, 1, my juicy lads. Thank you, little lads, you delicious and brown. Yeah. Oh, there's 2 gone now, look. I went to the shopping centre today as well, my delicious little babies, and I flipping completely forgot to get some more little larch, I'll have to have a look. I think I've got some other ones, but they're more wiry, you know what I mean? Anyway, my delicious little babies, so what's the time, Mr. Wolf? So it's in our old England, okay, my delicious little babies. So it is nearly 4:45 p.m. in the evening, my delicious little babies. And, well, it has been raining for most of the day. If it's raining, it's raining. Rather chilly out there, so it's not a warm day, my delicious little babies. And, yeah. Okay, so that's the weather forecast, okay? And I hope that wherever you are, that life is treating you most deliciously. Now then, my delicious little babies, what have I got for you today? Right, these are all short videos, okay? There is, no, the longest one is just over 10 minutes. Okay, my delicious little babies, so where do I begin? Where do I begin? Shirley Bassey, my delicious little babies anyway. So, what is it that I want to say? First video, my delicious little babies. This one here, I haven't advertised, and of course, anybody not in that way. I haven't advertised your man here for quite a while, actually. So, they're all on YouTube, my delicious little babies. So, the first one is a capital C, Carl. Okay, my delicious little babies, space, capital V, Vernon, and then space, capital T, talks, sorry. Okay, my delicious little babies, so I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Carl Vernon talks with spaces in our old YouTube, my delicious little babies. And this uploader happens to have 82.2 thousand subscribers, my delicious little babies can. Now, this video is, hold on, little Maze, please, babe. This video is nearly 3 minutes long, my delicious little babies. And what are we talking about? Well, the video should read the title, Klaus, as in that pleb Klaus Schwab. Klaus has a message for you. Okay, my delicious little babies. So I'm not talking to anybody who's already seen this, in the alternative media. Sorry, yeah, I'm stumbling here with this. You see what I mean, my delicious little babies? All right, little Maze, are you all right, baby? Anyway, sorry about that, my delicious little babies. Okay, little Maze is a little bit restless at the moment. Little Maze, can mommy just finish? No, babe, because you're gonna knock my dog and burn, baby. Okay, no. Okay, baby. Listen, I'll be with you in a minute. Let mommy just quickly get my videos done. Okay, my little baby, please and thank you. Okay, so anyway, yes. So Klaus Schwab. Well, basically, okay, it seems to myself, okay, that they are losing their narrative. Okay, my delicious babies. You see, this is what they do. You see, they go from behind the curtain, back on the stage, and then when they're not needed, they go back behind the curtain. Okay, my delicious babies. Well, with what he was saying, you see, I always say you need to look at somebody's birth trace, somebody's face. You see what I mean, okay? Seems to myself that there are less and less who believe in the bullshit. My delicious little babies. Anyway, that is nearly 3 minutes long, okay? My delicious little babies. Now, the next one. Oh, yeah. This one here never came up on my feed. It has 8.32 thousand subscribers. So I was actually looking at other videos, and then I came across this one. So 8.32 thousand subscribers, my delicious little babies. This video is nearly 8 minutes long. Okay, my delicious little babies. And The uploader is called capital W World space capital M Maps space capital O online. Okay, Mads Lichtlich Babies with spaces World Maps online. That's the uploader. Now, the video should read the title: Why Greenland Looks Massive, then in brackets, it's not. Okay, Mads Lichtlich Babies, so I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Why Greenland looks massive, in brackets, it's not. Yes, so just to break this down very quickly, what your man here is talking about, this upload, I've never seen him before. What he's basically saying is, if you have something drilled in your noddle constantly, okay, because there we are, because he breaks this down. Anyway, this is more for, I suppose, geopolitical. Do you understand what I mean, Mads? Babies, but getting back to the matter in hand. So, if you have this drilled into your noddle constantly, well, you will believe, won't you, Mads? Babies, okay, so he's wording everything a different way. Okay, Mads, babies, so that's basically that, okay? But I just thought I'd just mention it, okay, Mads, babies. Now, the next one, oh, yes. No, sorry, that's the longest video. I'm sorry, this uploader happens to have 15.2 thousand subscribers, Mads, babies, okay? And the uploader, sorry, I do not need to stumble here with this video, okay? Capital B, Britain, space, capital R, retold. Okay, Mads, baby, Swiss space, you should read Britain, retold. That's the upload, Mads, babies, okay? And this is, what is it, just over 12 minutes long. And the video should read why British families never got sick in the 1970s. Yes, my delicious babies. And I was born in the early 70s. And I remember everything now on this video, my delicious babies, okay? Even down to the small, tiny little bottles of milk that you used to get at school when I was in the infants. Like, I remember back all then years ago, my delicious babies. The Lucozade, which, yes, and it used to be in another wrapper as well. And, of course, you know, TCP, Andrew's liver salts. What's the other one? Cod liver and caramel. Okay. There were so many things, my delicious little babies. Okay. It's really a pleasure to look back at photographs and everything and to see how it was, because what they've done now, like in this day and age, is that what they've done, they've actually made more, there we are, poorly than healthy, my delicious little babies. Yeah, I really enjoyed watching this video, there we are, because it really took my noddle back, you know. It's, oh gosh, yes, you know what I mean, okay? And, you know, they talk about, you know, mentioned about the central heating and that as well. Well, I mean, I remember when, before we had heating, you know, we only used to have one heater, you know, in our lounge. You know what I mean, Martin, little babies, okay? Until we got heaters, you see. And it just took my noddle back, you know, but in a really lovely way. But if you look at how they've tampered with everything, I mean, you had Vicks Vapor Rub. You know, look how they've tampered with everything. My delicious little babies, do you see what I'm saying, okay? Germaline used to be a really deep, real sort of vibrant pink colour, but now it's virtually colourless. You see what I mean? And it doesn't do the job. Like if you smell Germany, it doesn't even smell the same. You see, this is the trouble with these, you see. They cut too many damn corners. There we are. Do you know what I mean, Martin? Babies, okay? So what they're doing, they're putting shite into the products, okay? And then the products are not working as well as what they should. Do you see what I mean, Martin? Babies? I just thought I'd add that on. He never mentioned a German actually, okay? But well worth a little watch, okay? So anybody who, you know, was born in the 70s. Well, anyway, this video is for anybody, my delicious little babies, that we are, just to take a look at. You know what I mean? Okay? It's like if you had a cough and a cold, you never took a flipping week off flipping school. I mean, I remember, whether I had to flipping crawl to school sometimes, my delicious little babies, that's just a figure of speech, okay? My dad would say, no. He said, there's now wrong with your car. There's now wrong with your car. That's what he said. You're going to school whether you like it or not. That's what he used to say to me, my delicious little babies. I flipping couldn't stand the place. I could not bear school. And I could not stand most of the teachers. Because at the end of the day, there we are. I knew they were flipping bullshitting. Now, going back all those decades ago, and by the way, I'm not old, my delicious little babies. But going back all those decades ago, okay, and that must have been a time, with my spiritual side. I was only young. And I remember looking in a shop at these Andrews liver salts, okay? And I thought, I'm going to get one of those. Do you know what I mean? Okay? And so whenever I used to have a tummy ache, I never used to tell my dad, okay? But whenever I used to have a tummy ache, basically, I would have some of those Andrews liver salts. There we are. And it put me right. And, my dad never knew that I used Andrews liver salts for years. He never knew. I just used to keep it hidden in my room. You know what I mean, Martin? Just look baby's car. But it must have been my spiritual side. It's like now, anybody who's been so very kind enough to listen to my videos over this time. So thank you for any views, for any likes, and for the occasional comments. But, you remember me saying that if my body needs something, I could go to any shop and it's like my spirit guides will direct me, there we are, to what I need, what my body needs to get. You see what I mean, Martin? Little babies, okay? So, could be anything. Oh, and I went shopping, when was it? Was it yesterday I went shopping? I think I went shopping yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. Anyway, no, because I've been twice. I've been 2 days to different places. Anyway, and I said, you've only got red cabbage. Because, red cabbage is lovely if it's pickled. Because we used to have that when we were little. It used to be called, my beautiful nanny and granddad. So it used to be called cold meat salad. So you'd have everything, and you'd have like some salad, you'd have piccalilli, you'd have red cabbage, you'd have some spuds, little baby new potatoes, and then you'd have some meat. Do you see what I mean? Okay, and of course, you'd also have cheese and things like this. Now then, that's what my beautiful dear little Nana Bear used to call it, cold meat salad. Anyway, and then the point is, my delicious babies, I forgot what it is that I was going to say now. Oh, it's flipping gone out, my flipping noddle, hasn't it, what I was going to say? No, the cabbage. That's it, my delicious baby. So what happened was, I said, and something said to me, lift the boxes. You know what I mean? My delicious babies. But I thought, well, I'll ask your man there who works at the place. I said, excuse me, please. I said, do you not have no white cabbage, please? He said, well, if you want to lift the box, he said, let me have a look in. But I said, I was going to do that, just to say. And they were hidden right at the bottom, my delicious baby. So I said, where were you hiding to? I said, little white cabbages. I said, so why you been hidden? I always question, why couldn't they put the red and the white? Mind you, in other terms, the colour red and white together usually means blood and bandages, my delicious babies anyway. But that's not what I'm talking about. So I thought, right, I'll pick it up. So I said, the reason why, I says, because I make my own, I make my own coleslaw. So your man shouted to me, one of the staff. He said, well, I thought that you use red cabbage for that. I said, no. I said, I use white. So I use white cabbage, and I use, what's it called? Carrots. And I cut it all up. I don't use all these fancy gadgets, my delicious little babies. You know, I was brought up that you cut things. It's like I cannot stand dishwashers. I've got a pair of hands. I can use my hands. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, it's like these say that they not only want to enslave everybody, which they've been doing for decades, but on top of that, they want everybody in debt. And furthermore, they do not want anybody to, to use. They try to make you lazy, basically. There we are, mad little babies, and of course, it's all for all of our well-being, mad little babies. You know what I mean? No. It may take me longer, but I'd rather it take me longer. And at least I know, there we are, I'm going to enjoy every single mouthful. Do you see what I mean? Mad delicious little babies anyway, so that's that. So I got my white cabbage in the end. Anyway, but there must be a story why it was hidden. There we are. Okay, there must be a reason why, mustn't there? Anyway, mad delicious little babies now then. So the next one, mad delicious little babies. Oh, right, okay. This here, okay, my delicious little babies. This uploader happens to have 1.48 million? Is it 1.48 or 1.43? It's one of them. I put 1.48 for some reason. It could be 1.43. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, my delicious little babies. I've never seen this one before. So the alternative media would have seen your man here, but I personally haven't, okay? Because I always advertise, the China show on YouTube, my delicious little babies, and plus they both have their own separate channels as well, okay? And then they have a fact chases. They haven't, anyway, there's about 4 channels, my delicious little babies, all on YouTube. And yeah, so this uploader is called China space Insider space with space David space Zhang. Okay, my delicious babies. Okay. So I'll just repeat this again. It's all spaces. China Insider with David Zhang. Okay, my delicious babies. Now, this video is just over 10 minutes, and he shows on this video, I'm going to read out to you the title, Abduction Rampage. Chinese, I don't like that word, kids. I prefer to call them little bairns, you know what I mean? They're named kids for a reason, the same as children. My delicious little babies, look at the R-E-N, Ren on the end. Repeat again. Abduction Rampage. Chinese kids are car parts. Yes, my delicious little babies, I'm just going to repeat that for you, shall I? Abduction Rampage. Chinese kids are car parts. Yes, my delicious little babies, this is, there we are, extremely serious. Now, I've seen other videos, and especially with our lovely, Big Shoot. I really miss Big Shoot. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay, but I've seen long time, there we are, for years, to do with this nasty business now. And there's bairns going missing from little. You actually see where they try to snatch them. My delicious babies, honestly, you really need to watch this video, my delicious little babies. But this is not the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and on that I've seen this, videos like this. It's so sad. And of course, they've been doing it, there you are, long time with the adults. Okay, my delicious little babies. So, of course, China, they like to keep everything secret, isn't it? But they want to know about all of our business in the world. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes. Anyway, there's one little bairn. What did he have? He had a rare blood type. What's it called? Is it RH negative? Anyway, so basically, what's happening is, and it's so sad, there's a lot of organ harvesting going on, there we are, which I've known a long time, okay, and with the adults, very sadly, okay? And it's usually for, the wealthy and the rich, You know what I mean? But I don't mind taking somebody else's life in the process. Do you see what I'm saying, Martin Babies? And it also talks about Ben's, how old? 11, was it 13? I think it's between 11 and 14, I think, and they were disappearing. And it happened to be a lot of them to be boys, like little teenage boys. Okay, Martin Babies, it's really, you see, for myself, it's important, there we are, to mention these type of videos, okay? I'm not here to depress anybody, to upset anybody. That's not what I'm doing here. It's just I see videos and what I feel, there we are, to give out, and I do it as a hobby. Everybody knows that with myself. Gosh, it's gone super duper bright, hasn't it, my delicious little babies? Anyway, final video. Now, this is our old England, my delicious little babies, and this is just over 8 minutes long. So again, they're not long videos, okay, today, my delicious little babies. I'll just repeat that once again. This uploader happens to have now 643 subscribers. Okay, my delicious babies on YouTube, and it's called, right, okay, this is All Together. All together now in no man's land together. I haven't sang that for a while, have I, my delicious babies now? Capital T, the capital L, law, and then a number 4, and then a what's it called? And then a capital U for umbrella. Rella, 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 rella. Okay, my delicious babies, so it's all together. Should read, no spaces in between, the law for you. Okay, my delicious babies, and the video should read, oh yeah, this is what they're up to, this crack now, my delicious babies, can, as if they do not do enough already. Police to seize licenses, roadside 2026. Now driving laws coming. Sorry, new driving laws coming. Sorry, Martin, baby. So I'm just going to repeat that again for you, okay? Police to seize licenses, roadside 2026. New driving laws coming. Yes. So anyway, this goes back. Okay, then I'm going to be over and out. Okay, my delicious babies. This goes back to the 7th of January this year. Okay, my delicious babies. Now then, me personally, when I first heard it, there's a couple of things now that went through my noddle. Number one, I thought, yeah, they're trying to effing sting. There we are, effing sting everybody even further. Because let's just remind ourselves, my delicious babies, how many now are not buying a television license. Do you see what I mean? So that means they're losing a lot of ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies? Plus, there are a lot who are not paying for the council tax. So what is that, my delicious babies? They're losing a lot of ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. So what they're doing. So this is the thoughts that came into my noddle. Okay, my delicious babies, although I do feel sorry for anybody who will be driving for a living. Because basically what he's saying is, if this law was to come in, okay, because it's part of the law on the 7th of the 1st, 2026 this year, yes? But if the law was to come in, it means that any driver, you know, the old bill decide to just, you know, pick on. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious little babies? Well, they can just remove your licence there and then. This is that we are very serious, my delicious little babies. So I'm stumbling there, rightfully so. Of course, this is to do with if we look at it, insurance as well, because you know, of course, we very well know, don't we, my delicious little babies, that insurance, it's supposed to work for you, but they always try to effing sting you there as well. There we are, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes. That of course, one's insurance to go up, so if you've got more points or whatever else. Do you see what I'm saying, my delicious little babies, can? So it's almost as if, you know, there is somebody who's wanting the old bill the police, to have, be judge, jury, just be everything. Martin, babies, this is actually extremely serious. Of course, they do not want ones to really have the joy of driving, do they? You know,